Coastal Bend, good Sunday evening to everyone. We've had a little bit of rain on the radar this afternoon. I know I heard a few rumbles of thunder here in Corpus Christi earlier this morning around lunchtime, but since then, most of the activity has died off of the radar. As we head into the rest of the evening, that activity is going to continue waning as we lose daytime heat. What we will get overnight, thanks to humidity and low winds and not too much cloud cover, is going to be some widespread fog. It could be on the denser side in some places from time to time, but overall that should clear out heading into lunchtime tomorrow. So as you head out the door in the morning, maybe leave 5-10 minutes earlier in case you do run into some areas of fog that would slow you down. We are going to have one more humid night overnight tonight, waking up at 75 tomorrow morning with a couple clouds in the sky. By lunchtime tomorrow, we're already at 93 degrees, and then tomorrow afternoon for our high, we've got something called compressional heating. I'll explain what that is in just a second, but 97 for our high tomorrow afternoon, way above average with some isolated activity in front of our cold front tomorrow. I do think this model is overdoing it just a little bit, but we will see some isolated activity tomorrow afternoon. Then here comes that cold front overnight tomorrow night, and we wake up a little drier, a little cooler as well in Corpus Christi, some 70s right along the coast, but widespread 60s, especially inland where we could see some low 60s for our first night behind the cold front. Then Tuesday afternoon, we are going to cool off just a bit into the lower 90s and more seasonable temperatures. Here's what compressional heating is. I mentioned it just a little bit ago. As the cold front comes down, it squishes or compresses the air, as the name implies, in front of it. And if you think back to your chemistry class in high school or maybe even college, there's something called the ideal gas law. It looks like this, but if we rearrange it, we get temperature equals a bunch of stuff like pressure, volume, all kinds of things. If those things other than the pressure stay constant, the pressure has to go up. That means the temperature goes up as well. So that's why we're going to be nice and toasty for tomorrow afternoon. Here comes that cold front being dropped by low pressure from the jet stream. We're going to see lots of dry air filtering into the coastal bend, but as Ian comes up to the Florida panhandle, the western coast of Florida, that's going to continue wrapping dry air around and into the coastal bend. That combined with high pressure and light winds is going to let our temperatures overnight be on the cooler side of things. But what Ian really means for us is that we're going to continually see this dry air as well as some higher waves and a higher rip current risk starting as early as Tuesday. We're going to see higher waves anywhere from 5 to 8 feet, as well as that increased rip current risk due to those taller waves, as well as the higher wave period. Here's the other thing, that muggy meter. It's going to take a nosedive tomorrow afternoon from Monday to Tuesday, feeling humid to comfortable for the next few days, though, as we regain a south wind on Saturday and Sunday. The humidity is going to come back, unfortunately. Tonight, 75 here in Corpus Christi with some 60s sprinkled in there. Tomorrow afternoon, 97, nice and toasty around the entire coastal bend with mid to upper 90s around the entire area. Tomorrow we have a couple clouds with some isolated showers, very hot again. Not looking forward to that ahead of the cold front, but on the other side of the cold front, it looks absolutely beautiful with maybe even some sweater weather in the morning. I know I keep hearing, I'll believe it when I see it. You're gonna see it, I promise you.
I'll believe it when I see it, yeah. Everybody, of course, is watching Ian,
yes,
and we know it's not coming here, but, you know, we have this morbid fascination with these storms, and we want to know exactly where it's going to land and when.
Yes, and it even impacts our weather here, so very important to keep an eye on.
And when will we know how it's going to impact our weather? How far along do we have to be?
I think as quick as right now. It's going to continue wrapping the dry air around the west side of it, and then that keeps the dry air here, and that's what's going to make our temperatures in the mornings feel nice and crisp and cool.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Kristen.